Well, any other, that's a big topic these days, the cash for keys. Any other advice or best practices you'd recommend when it comes to doing cash for keys?
Well, yeah, I mean, offer as little as never. Always ask the occupant, what do you need to move? Don't mention money first. It's just like in business. Let your opponent or the other person on their side mention money first. Say, okay, what do you guys need to move? And they'll say, well, we need 10,000. I said, well, I'll give you 3. Let's do a type of deal, and then work the deal a little bit so you save a little money. And then you got to decide, okay, if they say you need $5,000 to move, you got to look and say, okay, what are my costs for them staying in here? What are my legal costs going to be? What are my holding costs on the money? And how's this going to hold up my project with this property? And then you have to make a financial decision. If you want to give them that $5,000 or if you want to evict.
Good. So when you're making this deal with the tenant, what type of time frame are you looking at? Are you telling them to be out in the afternoon? Or are you saying they got 30 days? What's the best practice as far as like timing?
I'm going to ask them, how soon can you move? I always leave it on them. How soon can you move? Well, I need 3 months. I said, well, you're not getting 3 months. I'm going to give you a week. And they'll say, no, we need more time. Usually you get people out, I would say in 2 weeks, but it's very important that you have written up a personal property release, because what happens is, it's happened to me over my 25 years. I've had some crazy experiences. They move out and they go, oh, you know what? I left a real family heirloom in the house that was worth hundreds of billions of dollars, but they can't pay a $350 a month rent. And, so what you do is to protect yourself, you have them sign a personal property release. I'm turning over the premises to Mike, his company, and any remaining personal property, he can do with what he wants. There's no value, and I'll make no claim to it. So always when somebody moves out, make them sign that personal property release.
Yep. My great nugget there.
Left. Yeah, if there's any left, and then make them sign. We live in a very litigious society. Make them sign. Yes, I'm moving out of this apartment on July 23rd. Mike gave me $3,000, and I'm relinquishing possession of my own accord and free will. Have that drafted up, and you've got that paperwork. Because I'll tell you what's happened a lot of times when we've done these. I've got an instance with one of my bank clients. We did the cash for keys, and my client paid, I'm not going to say how much, but they paid an enormous amount of money. We're talking a lot. We took possession. Over the weekend, we rekeyed. Monday, they tried coming back into the property, moving in again. So we've had a lot of squatters do this. So you need to be very careful. You have this paperwork documented. It's always a good thing, too, if you have a vacant property, register with the municipalities in the city as a vacant property, because if somebody tries to move and say, here's my registration, here's the signed agreement, they moved out, they're not moving back in, they're not getting in my property again. So you're experiencing that. I've had probably 8 properties this year. We've actually had people try moving in, and they've been arrested on site.
Wow. So that you might tell me differently, but that's probably the first positive thing for registering the building on the vacant buildings list.
Potentially lower your taxes too.
Yeah. That's right. And when you work in these communities, in the cities, if you abide by the rules, they appreciate it, and they're going to look forward to you coming in and doing work in their communities. They're going to say, okay, we know Mike's going to play by the rules. He'll do what we want to do. Yeah, let's work with him. And they're going to be accommodating to your request. You still have to follow through with everything, but their doors are going to be open, and you're not going to have to wait in line behind 500 people to get stuff done.